Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm going to give you the movie review to The Crimes of Grindelwald. I went to go and see this movie today, and I'm a Harry Potter fan, so I had to represent. The director for this film is David Yates. I know he did, I want to say the fourth and the fifth Harry Potter movie, but these are the prequels to the Harry Potter movie. So, FYI, if most of you guys did not know. And I gotta say, I like this one more than the first one. Okay. I'm gonna break down. I'm not really gonna break down. I'm gonna be all over the place because that's me. And I'm gonna talk about what I liked about the film and what I was confused a bit about the movie, and just pretty much, tell you my little tell my little story of what I think. So anyway, pretty much Grindelwald gets out of prison, of course. The villain always in. And Johnny Depp did a really good job. Okay? I really like Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. I think he did a wonderful job as Grindelwald in this film. Now, he gets out, he's looking for Credence Barebone. And Barebone is he's a pureblood, and he's very, very powerful. He's one of the noble purebloods. The actor for him was Ezra Miller, who played in the Justice League movie, but nobody really likes him. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. But anyway, yeah. So Credence is here looking for his birthright, pretty much of the movie. Grindelwald wants him on his side because he feels as though, again, he's a very powerful wizard, and he wants to take over the world. He wants us muggles, aka us humans, as slaves. Okay? That's pretty much the film. Oh, and he wants him to fight Albus Dumbledore, because Albus Dumbledore is a pretty powerful wizard. And we all love Professor Dumbledore. Okay, I'm calling him Professor Dumbledore in this movie because that's what he was. He was a professor. He wasn't a headmaster. Only in the Harry Potter films was. So, Professor Dumbledore gets in contact with Newt because he wants Newt to talk to Credence about being, about being on their side, pretty much, because they divided the wizarding world. It's either the purebloods and the muggles, and that's just what it is. And Newt was like, I don't know, this is kind of dangerous. I might just, I just want to take care of my cute magical animals and call it a day. But Dumbledore's like, well, you were my student, and I believe in you, and I trust in you, and I want you to do this for me, because he was not gonna fight Grindelwald at all. I know why, but I'll get into it. And he was like, I don't know. Like, again, he said it was dangerous, so he was thinking about it at first. My favorite parts of the movie, I'm going to say seeing Nagini in human form. I was like, wait a minute. Wait the F on. We're seeing Nagini in human form. She is a pretty Asian girl, too. Her name is Claudia Kim, and she plays Nagini, the snake. Or anaconda, I don't know. I think anacondas are bigger. But, yeah. But anyway, Credence was working at a circus, and he ends up, talking to Nagini and telling him, I'm just here to find my birthright. Maybe you can help me out. Just explaining what he's doing there, because Nagini was in a cage, pretty much so, and she was being showed off because they were at a circus. And the circus master was like, stop talking to her, don't be next to her and everything else, and yada yada. And then, of course, Credence, fell in love with Nagini, and Nagini, of course, fell in love with him. So Credence, breaks her out, and that's when, you know, they escape and they're looking for Credence's mom because he heard quotation that she was alive. But Grindelwald, man, Grindelwald is a very mean guy. Okay, he ended up, well, he didn't kill. He had one of his minions kill a child. That's how evil he is. I was like, and that was the pure blood. Because Grindelwald, like I said, he has a vision that he wants to take over the human race. He doesn't want no muggles in the wizarding world. He's just like, no, we're not having that. I was like, oh, he is evil. He's evil. I didn't like him. But Johnny Depp did a good job, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so Newt is out on an adventure. I sure did use a Hobbit reference. I sure did. Okay? He goes out and he's looking for Credence, because that's all they were doing. They were trying to find out if they can get Credence to be on their side, on the right side, not on the bad side. But Grindelwald, of course, had different plans. I said Nagini's part because I really like Nagini's part, but I'm gonna start talking about Albus Dumbledore because Albus Dumbledore is a key in this movie. So Albus Dumbledore, he's a professor, and I like him as a professor. And guess what? We also see Professor McGonagall when she was young. She's still a badass chick. When the Ministry of Magic goes and tries to G-check Professor Dumbledore, the kids are all riled up and was like, no, Professor Dumbledore, he's pretty awesome. And there goes Professor McGonagall, like, you guys need to go to your classes right now. I was like, oh, she's still bad. She's still that chick. I wouldn't want to try Professor McGonagall at all. But I liked seeing a glimpse of her when she was young and not her, her pre-ass self, Anyway, so after the Ministry of Magic threatens Dumbledore in his classroom, they put like these bracelets on for like magic and stuff. Like, we'll know what magic you use. And Dumbledore's like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? It's Professor Dumbledore. He didn't care. After all they left, he went to the, the mirror in the Sorcerer's Stone, the erased mirror? Did you know that erased backwards is spelled desire? So, in the first Sorcerer's Stone, the Harry Potter film, Harry Potter, he wanted his mom, his dad. That's pretty much what you saw in the mirror. And this time, when Dumbledore was looking in the mirror, what he wants, what his heart desires, he was with Grindelwald. And Grindelwald and Dumbledore were lovers. I'm gonna put it out right out there like that. Dumbledore had big feelings for Grindelwald. So, he saw in the mirror, they made a blood pact, which is, that one day they will have a duel for the most powerful and strongest wizard. Well, who is the most powerful and strongest wizard? And I was like, oh, damn. Okay, Albus Dumbledore. So, I see what it is. It's a love scorn, I guess, because, they both want power, pretty much. So that's why he didn't want to fight, because the Ministry of Magic said, you got to be the one to fight Grindelwald. And Dumbledore's like, no, I can't do it. Well, this is the reason why. It's because he was in love, and he was on her lover. As far as Newt, Newt Scamander. I like him. I didn't like him in the first film, I'll tell you that, but I like him in this one. Um, he was in love with his wife, with his brother's wife. Okay, but her name was Letta Lestrange. Y'all know that last name, Bellatrix. We see where Bellatrix gets her craziness from. Zoe Kravitz did a wonderful job, by the way. She is very pretty herself. Okay. And it showed that it was a triangle because she really loved Newt. She was really falling for Newt. But Letta, she was a troublemaker. She was getting all types of troubles back in the heyday, you know, when she was at Hogwarts. So I was like, oh my gosh, it figures. But she had one regret in the past, and I'm gonna get into that. So her regret, you know how the Bogart, there's only one, in Harry Potter, was it the Prisoner of Azkaban that it showed? Yeah, I think it was Prisoner of Azkaban, the third movie, where they're all presented with a Bogart, and it shows your deepest, darkest fear. Or was it the fifth one? Damn it. Y'all correct me. I'm supposed to be a Harry Potter fan, but I get confused with these movies because there's so many. It's either the third or I'm really thinking about it. But anyway, you guys will let me know in the comments below which movie when they presented the Bogart. No, it had to have been 3 because the one that's a werewolf, what is it? Professor Lupus. Yes, it was 3. Anyway. Anyway. I really had to think about it, guys. See what I can do? Even though I'm all over the place with this movie, but it's okay. So, like I said, Letta, her biggest fear was, you know, she ended up killing her baby brother. And, man, but we wouldn't know until toward the end of the movie because that's when she explains and that's what she tells, you know, because all this time, they thought that, you know, Credence, because that was her little brother's name, was alive, but she ended up switching the babies out. So there was a baby on board. They were on a ship going to America, and Letta got, you know, annoyed with the crying because the baby was crying a lot. So she ended up switching one of the babies that was on board and giving her brother to a human, and she took the human child. The ship ends up like Titanic. We just gonna say it like that. And they have to get in separate boats. And, you know, Letta's like, oh my gosh, like, she shouldn't have, you know, she was thinking in her mind she shouldn't have did that. Come to find out, the ship that the humans were in ended up tipping over, and her baby brother ended up drowning in the water. So she felt extremely bad. That's her biggest regret, and I felt bad after seeing that. I was like, oh damn, girl, I wonder why she's all messed up in the head because of what's going on. But yeah, she ended up marrying Newt's brother, but she had a lot of love and affection for Newt. But anyway, back to Albus, because his Albus is just something else. Like, he actually made a blood pact to Grindelwald, his lover. What an idiot. To duel. But we know that that's what's going to happen because it says so in the Harry Potter films. Okay? Now I'm going to talk about Credence Barebone because he's the main. Excuse you, Cuddles. He's who everybody is searching for because he's that powerful. Now, Credence, he's over here trying to find his birth mom. He ended up finding the person that took care of him, the nurse. The little, she was a cute little elf. She looked like an elf, but y'all know what I mean. Short people. And she was just like, well, you know, your mom ended up dying and such, and you know, she was just pretty much trying to tell him, but the Ministry of Magic wants Credence dead because his power. So of course, one of them ends up killing the poor little old lady, and Nagini she shifted into her snake form and like tried to kill him but couldn't kill him. It was funny, kind of. But poor Nagini, man. she was really in love with Credence. Anyway, come to find all this out, Credence is actually a Dumbledore. Say what? Listen, he's a freaking Dumbledore. I would never thought that, okay? First of all, I thought, like, everybody thought that he was, like, you know, part of Voldemort's family, because that's what I would have thought that he was. That's what I was thinking. But no. He's Albus Dumbledore's brother. And we all know, and this is where it confused me, because I'm like, wait a minute. We didn't know anything about this other brother in any of the Harry Potter films. We only know about Aberforth, and we know about Ariana. Those are the only siblings we knew about until this movie. Now, I was just like, what in the... My mind was... My mind was literally blown when I found out that Credence Barebone is actually a Dumbledore. Grindelwald gave him the name Arliss Dumbledore. So now Credence is officially a Dumbledore. Well, he's got the name now, officially. Grindelwald know what he's doing. I don't know what Dumbledore did. Must have beat him in a battle before, a duel before, because Grindelwald really, really wants to go after Albus Dumbledore. You know what I mean? So, and you know, he's playing it smart, because he's like, this is, you know, Albus Dumbledore's brother. I have him on my team, and he's going to be the one to kill Dumbledore. That's exactly what he said toward the end. I was like, frick. Damn. But Grindelwald had this all figured out. The other scene I actually liked too is we got to see Nicholas Flamel. I was like, he's so old. He's extremely old, guys. What's the Muggle's name? I mean, the human's name. Damn. Queenie's fiance. What is his name? See, I didn't really pay too much about him because he's just not. He didn't interest me. But yeah, he's over here like shaking his hand, and you know, and Nicholas is like, hey, ow, you know, like, I'm fragile, like, be careful. But I love seeing him. Seeing Nicholas Flamel, I was like, this is dope. This really brought me back to, you know, the first Harry Potter movie, Sorcerer's Stone. I was like 11 or 12 when I saw that movie. I read all the books. So, shout outs to you, J.K. Rowling. Um, yeah, I wanted to add that in because people are like, Nicholas Flamel, like, he's that guy, you know? But he's not as badass as Albus Dumbledore. But anyway. But Credence also, you know, and I guess, you know, when it comes to the Dumbledores, they have like the Phoenix, I guess, is their house residual or something like that. Or so it was shown because a Phoenix, because there was a baby Phoenix where it ended up following Alora. I'm gonna call him Alaris Dumbledore because he's no more Credence Barebone. And it just followed him. He just kept being around. I'm surprised Nagini didn't eat that shit. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. she probably would have died if she did. But freaking Grindelwald at the end was like, yeah, the Phoenix represents, you know, your house. So the Phoenix is following you. It's because it's meant to be with you. So, you know, because you know how Phoenix is, you know, they're immortal. They die and they reborn themselves. And, you know, like Dumbledore's one of them. The one that did it in Harry Potter 2. So, but I was like, oh, okay. He's officially a Dumbledore because I don't know any other Phoenix that went to Dumbledore besides Albus. And but yeah, that's pretty much how it was. I felt bad for Queenie and her human because she ended up going to the dark side. She ended up leaving him to work with Grindelwald, and she really loved him. But he ended up calling her crazy. You know, us females, we don't like to be called crazy. Once we're considered crazy, that's it, yo. But I really enjoyed this film. I don't care what anybody says. I really liked the film. I think Jude Law did an excellent job as Albus Dumbledore, personally. I can't wait for Tina and Newt to be together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to be cute, finally. But I can't wait for the third one. I really, honestly can't wait for the third movie because we're finally, we're going to see the duel between Grindelwald and Dumbledore. And that's what I've been waiting for. I've been like, oh, is it going to show? And I should have known it wasn't going to show in this film. But we know why that, you know, Albus, he didn't want to fight him because that was his lover. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I wouldn't want to fight my lover too, but I need to put you in check if you need to be put in check. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something you're not supposed to be doing and you feel as though it's wrong. I got to put you in check, or you don't want to hear what I got to say, then I have to go. And I feel as though that's what Albus Dumbledore did. He didn't like how, you know, and they were in competition too because they both liked power. They both liked power too. So, yeah, that... Man, I would just like to see a whole Albus Dumbledore movie, you know, starting from when he was young to, you know, to his death when, you know, Sirius Snape just, you know, killed his ass. But, you know, I'm just saying, I would love to see a movie with just about Albus Dumbledore when he was younger. But, am I missing anything else? I feel like I am. But then I'm not. I think I pretty much nailed everything. But like I said, let me rate this movie. I'm gonna give it a B minus, and I'm gonna give it a B minus because honestly, I'm a Harry Potter fan. I liked the movie, and I mean, getting to know Albus Dumbledore's background was pretty awesome, and I mean, damn, it left me like, oh, snap, like, what the hell is going on? So, I can't wait for the third one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you guys seen the movie? What do you guys think about the movie? And please like and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I will check you guys out later. Have a good night.